It's morning at Tatsuya Dojo. Students are busy training. Tatsuya is studying the challenge scroll he received from Kurogawa. Aiko is Master Tatsuya's top student and advisor. Aiko trains every day to perfect her skills. She has heard of the challenge from Kurogawa Dojo, and she is not worried. She is prepared to fight, but she must ask Master Tatsuya for his wisdom on how they will react. She respects Tatsuya and trusts his judgment. Tatsuya contemplates how to respond to the challenge against his dojo. Tatsuya will protect his dojo, but he hopes to avoid a fight. Tatsuya's dojo has thrived in the area, peacefully for many years. Kurogawa has continued to encroach on Tatsuya's unwritten territory recently. Tatsuya does not believe in violence. Tatsuya is the most highly skilled fighter and swordsman in the area, but he thinks if one must fight, they will lose their principles. He takes this decision very seriously. He believes it is always better to avoid a fight, if possible. Aiko waits for Tatsuya's decision patiently. She is torn about what she thinks the response should be. Aiko is well trained and ready for combat, but she will follow her master's orders. She worries about losing the dojo's reputation if they don't fight. She waits for Tatsuya's guidance. Tatsuya believes honor is not a prize for winning fights. His wisdom carry the weight of experience. Tatsuya says, "It's the peace we carry inside that is a real prize." Tatsuya takes all decisions seriously. Tatsuya tells his students to continue training as always and wait for his guidance. Aiko practices with a fierce intensity, her restless energy a stark contrast to the calm. Aiko is the best fighter in Tatsuya's dojo. Tatsuya and Aiko have developed a mutual respect. Tatsuya puts his tough decision aside for now. Tatsuya is highly respected at his dojo. The challenge is not just of fists, Tatsuya declares, his words resonating with power. Tatsuya reflects on the possibility of conflict ahead. Tatsuya knows is at peace, no matter what happens. Tatsuya practices stillness and gratitude. Kurogawa and Renji want to prove themselves by challenging Tatsuya Dojo to a fight. Kurogawa and his top student Renji hope to earn respect in the region if they win the fight. They plan to make their move against Tatsuya soon. Renji also wants this chance to prove himself as a worthy fighter. Kurogawa is a skilled fighter and swordsman, but he has anger issues. He believes that winning is the most important, no matter what. He has never reached the level of respect that his master had, and it angers him. Kurogawa would do anything to get the respect he thinks he deserves. Tatsuya remains calm and waits for the upcoming storm. Tatsuya knows he makes better decisions when he stays calm. Aiko joins Tatsuya in meditation. They sit in silence together, reflecting. Tatsuya and Aiko go to discuss their decision. Aiko knows whatever they decide will affect the whole village. She doesn't take her responsibility lightly. Aiko asks the villagers to be patient and that everything will be okay. Tatsuya must consider all factors when deciding whether to fight or not. As Tatsuya prepares to make a decision, he explains the risks to one of the villagers. Tatsuya says he will decide soon. Tatsuya feels like he has the weight of the world on his shoulders. Kurogawa has trespassed by going to Tatsuya's village. The villagers stand frozen, their peaceful day irrevocably altered by the arrival of Kurogawa. Kurogawa asks one of Tatsuya's students where he can find him. He has disrespected Tatsuya by going to his village without notice. Kurogawa awaits a response from Tatsuya. Kurogawa yells at one of Tatsuya's students, "Bring Tatsuya to me!" Kurogawa waits for an answer. An unspoken threat looms, the air thick with anticipation of a clash. Kurogawa yells with impatience as he waits for Tatsuya. His words hang in the air, a challenge that cannot be ignored, a gauntlet thrown. "We will take what is ours," he vows, the promise of violence unmistakable. Kurogawa's threat now fully unveiled. He leaves Tatsuya's village. Tatsuya calls a village meeting to explain why they must still resist fighting even though Kurogawa disrespected them. Tatsuya also struggles with resisting this fight. He must remain a good example to his students and avoid violence when possible. Kurogawa is a man of principle. He is a skilled fighter, but he dislikes violence. He is content with ignoring challenges for fights. He has already proven himself as a karate master and skilled swordsman. He knows he could easily defeat Kurogawa. He tells his students to ignore Kurogawa's threats. We will only fight to protect our way of life. He says Kurogawa is not a real threat. Aiko continues to train because she wants to be prepared just in case. Tatsuya's other students also continue their training. Kurogawa's dojo is also busy training. Tatsuya and Aiko discuss their options for avoiding a fight. They also discuss the future of the dojo and its philosophies. Aiko has a sudden feeling of peace. Tatsuya also feels peace. They know everything will be okay if they are together. They are grateful for each other's support and respect. Aiko is not sure about avoiding the fight with Kurogawa, but she will support Tatsuya's decision. She has trained to fight for a long time, but she knows that the training is so. One doesn't need to fight. She knows Tatsuya has her best interest at heart. Tatsuya trains daily, even though he doesn't like to fight. He believes the strongest warriors are those who strike with purpose, but only if there's no other option. Tatsuya tries to stay centered. He meditates and finds inner peace. Tatsuya knows that peace of mind is more important than fighting useless battles. At Kurogawa Dojo, Kurogawa makes his attack plans against Tatsuya. Kurogawa wants to be the most powerful sensei in the area. Kurogawa's students train for a fight. Kurogawa tells Renji to be ready when he gives the order to attack Tatsuya. Kurogawa believes only the strongest will survive, and he wants to prove his dojo's strength. Renji also wants to prove himself to Kurogawa. He is ready to fight. Tatsuya continues practicing the art of meditation. He says meditation is not about emptying your mind. It is about observing thoughts, then letting them pass like clouds. He knows that if he has peace within, he has already won. Aiko takes a walk to reflect on the situation. Aiko feels the weight of expectations, a crushing burden of responsibility and worry settling upon her shoulders. She has a heavy mind as uncertainty is up ahead. Aiko knows they will do what's right when the time arrives. In the quiet of the night, Aiko trains alone, sword in hand. Her sword flashes, cutting through the air with precision, fueled by unwavering determination. Aiko is ready for whatever happens. She continues training through the night. There is nothing else for her to do but wait. As the night deepens, Aiko's commitment burns ever brighter. Tatsuya and Aiko walk through the forest to discuss their options. Tatsuya says violence is always a last resort. Aiko agrees with Tatsuya. They are also realistic and know that avoiding the fight with Kurogawa would be difficult. Tatsuya and Aiko try to enjoy their walk, knowing that conflict likely awaits them. Inside Kurogawa's dojo, the intensity grows as Kurogawa readies his students for a fight. Kurogawa's students continue training in preparation. Kurogawa watches his students training. Kurogawa notices Renji is not at the dojo. Night falls on the village. Renji has arrived at Tatsuya's village under cover of night. He did not wait for Kurogawa's orders. Renji took it upon himself to vandalize the Tatsuya dojo at night. Renji defaced the dojo and left it in a terrible mess before leaving the village. Tatsuya's dojo vandalized. Renji has now directly disrespected Tatsuya's honor. The morning light reveals Tatsuya's dojo in utter disarray, a scene of violated serenity. Training equipment lies broken, crude graffiti defacing the once pristine walls. Tatsuya knows it would be difficult to let such disrespect slide. Aiko is saddened and furious to see the condition of the dojo. Aiko yells with rage, "It must be Kurogawa Dojo who did this." The ravaged dojo stands as a stark testament to violated honor and brewing conflict. Tatsuya tried to avoid conflict with Kurogawa. Tatsuya concedes that he cannot allow this kind of disrespect of his dojo. Tatsuya begins to accept the fact that he must fight to win back his dojo's honor. He is sad that he must fight, but Kurogawa left him no choice. Tatsuya and Aiko prepare for a fight. Tatsuya reminds Aiko, "Remember, Aiko, honor is paramount. Although we must fight, we must not let our emotions guide us." He emphasizes, "We fight with skill, but also with restraint." Aiko's response echoes Tatsuya's commitment. She understands that honor is crucial in battle. They find solace in knowing that they will face all problems together. At Kugurogawa Dojo, when Renji tells Kurogawa he vandalized the Tatsuya dojo, Kurogawa banishes him from the dojo. Kurogawa is tough, but he doesn't condone such dishonorable actions. He says he will defeat Tatsuya Dojo alone. Kurogawa has lost his top student and will fight Tatsuya Dojo without him. Kurogawa knows he must take responsibility for Renji's actions, even though he condemns what he did. Renji leaves Kurogawa Dojo after being banished. In the morning, Tatsuya and Kurogawa face each other, ready for battle. Tatsuya faces Kurogawa with intensity and anger at what happened to his dojo. Kurogawa finally has his chance to prove himself. Tatsuya and Kurogawa face off. Swords clash in a furious exchange. Tatsuya tells Kurogawa he must leave town and abandon his dojo. Tatsuya wins the battle, and Kurogawa surrenders. Tatsuya tells Kurogawa that he must now fight his top student Aiko to restore Tatsuya Dojo's honor. Aiko is happy to have a chance to restore the dojo's honor. She is ready to finally show her fighting skills. Aiko is not scared to fight Kurogawa. She knows she is ready for the fight. Aiko accepts her responsibility and prepares to fight Kurogawa. Kurogawa prepares for battle with Aiko. He doesn't know what to expect, as he is not aware of her skill level. Kurogawa waits for the battle to begin. Kurogawa has one last chance to prove himself. He readies himself for the battle. As the duel begins, Kurogawa mocks Aiko as they fight. Aiko has had enough and pierces her sword into Kurogawa's stomach. Kurogawa slowly falls to the ground in defeat. Aiko is relieved. The fight is over, and the Kurogawa dojo's honor has been restored. The whole village is in awe of Aiko's skills and bravery. Aiko is pleased that her training has paid off. Aiko stands, the victor, radiating strength under the sun's gaze. Kurogawa struggles to get up. In Aiko's eyes, a quiet strength meets profound empathy. Kurogawa manages to pull himself up enough to bow to Aiko, accepting defeat and showing his respect for her and Tatsuya's dojo. In the dojo, Tatsuya promotes Aiko to Master Sensei of the dojo and reveals that he will retire. The other students support Tatsuya's decision. Aiko is honored to accept the title of Master Sensei. Tatsuya presents his golden sword to Aiko as a symbol of her becoming Master Sensei. Honor in the dojo and peace in the village has been restored. With Aiko as the new sensei, the village is optimistic about the future. She is trusted to carry on Tatsuya's principles and mission. As dawn breaks, Tatsuya and Aiko take a morning walk in the mountains. Tatsuya discusses the future of the dojo with Aiko. Tatsuya tells Aiko, these mountains are where Tatsuya's style of karate began. Tatsuya tells Aiko that he trusts her with the future of the dojo and its traditions. Tatsuya and Aiko share a mutual admiration and respect. They look forward optimistically about the future of the dojo.